I used to like Howard Chaykin. There was Batman Dark Allegiances, Thrill Killer. Blackhawks was pretty good. I mean, he used to be solid, and now he went from being hit and miss to miss. I was looking forward to Newsboys and Boy Commandos. I liked the Golden Age stories, but in Howard Chaykin's hands, it just falls apart. I wish I could tell you that this book was horrible. I wish I could tell you that this book was bad, and there are bad parts in it. But mostly it's just dull, it's boring, and it's confusing. One of the things that that the book loses it for is the fact that it seems to come out of nowhere. There is no help to a new reader. There are times where you will not know who these characters are. I haven't read a story about them in a long time, and I was like, oh, wait, okay, is this? All right, obviously that's big words, and that's, yeah, and it's like, and Howard Chaykin does not help you in this. And forget about any kind of help visually, because the color palette is like, I keep using this, a Zack Snyder movie. It's got this kind of brown and blue haze to it. So it's very inaccessible to new readers. The panels where it colors the beige with the lettering here, I had problems reading that. So, and then of course, as it is with his other book, The Divided States or the United States of Hysteria, that he just tosses in politics that just don't belong. In one case, you have a whole bunch of people that want to I guess they're fighting for the Nazis, and they're trying to attack communism. There's a couple of speeches that defends communism and socialism in the book. A couple of them from the heroes, the Newsboys, and it's just amazing what goes on. The worst part about it, and I'm waiting for the page to come. I forgot exactly when it happened in the story, and I'm watching as I speak in the little window. The pages go by. But there's one point where there's a mobster, and they find out he was working with the Nazis. And they round a corner, they see the mobster dead, and they say, well, I wish that the Nazis would just start bumping each other off. And then he just, one of the newsboys turns straight to the reader and says, you get my drift? Yeah, Howard, we do. We really get your drift, and I don't think it belongs in a Newsboy Legion comic book. Especially one that is being made as a tribute to Jack Kirby. I mean, okay, it's okay to put your politics in your own book, but let's just have fun. Enjoy the medium for the medium. But this entire scene, every line of dialogue from the bad guy character right there is just, it's cringeworthy. And that's part of the problem that this book has. It's just, wow, why would you do that in this particular book? It's a tribute to Jack Kirby, and you're talking about socialism, you're talking about communism as if they're something good and something to be defended. And it's just, oh my goodness gracious. So, yeah, I wish this was a lot better or a lot worse. Unfortunately, it was just bad. On the other hand, that being said, in the back of the book, just the same as the New Gods special, there is a Jack Kirby reprint of an old Newsboy Legion story. And let me tell you something, I'd buy a book just of Newsboy Legion imprints too. I mean, I like the comic book. I have a whole bunch of them. Those and the Boy Commandos, for example, and they're pretty decent. I mean, granted, they're filled with Golden Age silliness. If you read this, you'll see. But this is a well-told story. You get to know each character. You get to know their idiosyncrasies. You get to know that the Guardian is the cop that, is their guardian. The kids decide to make a comic book, and they write it up, draw it up, and print it up, and start selling it. And it turns out that the story has some truth in it. They just made up the story, but it ends up that there's a local mobster that is doing the things that they said the character was that they based off of him was doing. So he wants to capture and kill the Newsboy Legion, and the Guardian comes to their rescue, as he often does. It's entertaining. It's fun. It obviously is well drawn. You know, Kirby Golden Age, you cannot go wrong with Kirby Golden Age. Kirby in the 50s with black magic, not so much. But here, it's just pure awesomeness. And this keeps the book from being a complete and utter failure. But that's just my opinion. What was yours? Have you read this? Did you like it? If so, let me know. Put that in the comments below. If you agree also, let me know about that. I already talked to one person tonight, Comic Boom, who enjoyed this. And God bless you if you did. I just didn't. Please tell me what you saw good in this book. I would love to hear from you. I want to hear some goodness. Of course, the Jack Kirby reprint we all know is good. Also, if you haven't done this yet, please click like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. And head on over to our Patreon page. Drop $1 in the till. Help me and my brother keep this train rolling. Or thevidme.com. Both the links are in the description below. And we do patron-only content, so you do get a bang for your buck. And we'd like to thank everybody who has done that, everybody who will do that, and everybody, thank you very, very much for watching.